Hello everyone, my name is Lucy. Today I'm going to read level book O, Sai and Medusa. Sai dropped down the hall of his new school, his one large eye staring at the floor. Giant creatures and flying horses passed him, but Sai was the only creature with a single eye. "I'm never going to fit in here," Sai mumbled under his breath. Whack! Sai bumped into Mark and the large minotaur in the school. What were you going, One Eye? Mark says. "Sorry, I didn't see you," Sai says. "Can you see with one eye?" Mark asked. As if one cue, Sai spotted Medusa heading towards them. That gave him an idea. He'd been at school long enough to know about her powers. I actually see something really cool over there," Sai says. "What do you mean?" Mark asked as he turned to look. He peered down the hall, made eye contact with Medusa, and instantly turned to stone. Then, without thinking, Sai made Medusa yellow eyes. His skin tingled, and he looked down at his hands indistinctly. To surprise, however, he was still just Sai. "Ugh, Medusa's turned someone to stone again," a student groaned. "Let's drag him to the nurse's office." A group gathered around and began to haul Mark off. Medusa, humiliated, burst into tears and ran away. Sai raced after Medusa. He had looked directly at her and hadn't turned to stone. Outside, Sai found Medusa sitting at a picnic table with her face buried in her hands. "Can I talk to you?" Sai asked. Medusa turned her head from Sai. "Go away if you don't want to be turned into a statue," he murmured. "You look me in the eye and I am fine," Sai says. "That's not possible." Just as the nurse he had to turn 14 kids back to normal this year, Medusa says. "Trust me," Sai says. "Baby, it's because only have one eye I can't be turned to stone." Medusa slowly lowered her hand and peeked at Sai one eye. Her face lit up. It's a miracle. You don't know what it's like to be not able to look at anybody," she says. The school bell rang and Medusa patted Sai on his shoulder. "I like your one eye," Medusa says. "We need to get to 3 eyes over to shop class before we were late." Sai smiled. "Hey, shop class," he says. "Class," he says. "That gives me an idea." For the next 2 weeks in shop class, Sai and Medusa sat at a back table together. Sai took measure of Medusa's head. He just used all the sharp tools to build a visor that would keep her from turning people to stone. Finally, Sai plushed and completed the visor and handed it to Medusa. Try it out, he says. Medusa slipped on the visor. Inside, the stream of mirrors allowed her to look at people without making direct eye contact with anybody. Medusa cautiously approached the table next to them. The student peeked up at her, and no one turned to stone. This is amazing, Medusa yelled. She walked around the room staring at each student in the face. You did it, Sai, Medusa said with beaming smile. She rushed back to her workstation and pulled Sai monocle from a drawer. I hope you don't mind, but I've been working on your monocle. I thought like a cool goggle now. She handed Sai the goggle. Medusa had wrapped the monocle with wire and added to the lid strapped with lightning bolts. Engraved. Wow, Sai said, slipping over his head. Thanks. Now this actually I like to wear. No problem, Medusa says. Thank you for helping me out. The bell rang and Medusa and Sai headed out with their special new eyewear. For the first time, neither of them stared at the ground. Goodbye everyone. See you again. Thanks for watching my video.